What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are going to be starting here in a minute, but thank y'all for joining. I got my friend Carlos and AYO. We were just literally talking about you in Potato Creek. Thank you for swinging by. I appreciate it. Shoot, man, if you want to, we can make this an Indiana thing. But we're going to be sorting here in a minute, so let's just let it roll. Rayman, what is up? All right, I'm gonna turn down my mic, get the transitions right. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Frank KG5AHJ, and I gotta remember not to do that in the normal videos because I don't know, people tune off faster when I yell at them. But this is my live stream. This is where I'm gonna have fun. This is where we're gonna be amped up, full of energy. And that's right, we're gonna have Carlos come on, and we're gonna be catching up with him. But as always, we're gonna start this off right by playing that awesome intro video. Go Sports Day, I guess. Quick shout out to all my Patreons who makes the show possible. You can support me by joining Patreon in the link below. And on to Tank Radio. Y'all, thank you for joining. I do appreciate it. Y'all are awesome and amazing. I just want to start off the stream like I always do, just to shout out a couple of things that's going on around Tank Radio. I just got back from an awesome cruise, and later in the month, after Orlando, in the video series about talking about the antennas, I'll get that to a second. I'm going to be posting a video on the last video of the Meshtastic series and how it worked on the ship. So please don't forget to watch that video, click subscribe, and hit that bell. I would appreciate it. Then coming up right after Orlando, we're going to be finishing the antenna series, talking about the 4 different types of antennas. We're going to model them with Paul, and then we're going to go and get into a field somewhere, and we're going to play POTA, and we're going to see all 4 of those antennas and how they perform. Well, 3 of them. I'm going to leave off the Yagi because who wants to do a POTA directional? You know, that doesn't sound fun. I want to hit everybody. So it's just going to be the 3 antennas, and I can't wait for that to happen. Once I figure out what weekend that's going to happen, I'm going to make a big announcement on that because I want all of you to give me the contacts. I don't care about duplicates on this one. I want people to hit me on each antenna type if they can hear me because I want to see the true radiation pattern in contacts of these different antennas. Keep an ear on the channel. Subscribe to my X account or Twitter account so that you can see when that's going to happen. All right, for all the awesome, cool things, thank you all to my Patreon supporters who subscribe and our Patreon supporter over on Patreon. Y'all are awesome. And also my YouTube members. YouTube memberships can you click on below and join the YouTube, or in the description there is a Patreon link to join me over there. And and if you hit the tank commander level, there is a once a month meeting that we meet up and hang out, and we talk everything about Tank Radio. We talk everything about Carlos is teasing me with the bourbon already. What's going on in y'all radio world, and it's just a chance to interact with me and hang out and have some fun. Then also on Jason's, the links for this is in the description. Grapevine Amateur Radio. We have my sticker packs, and right now the patches. Ooh, you know what? I need to remember to bring a couple of these patches you can buy probably from in person. The Tank Radio patch is an awesome patch that Shane helped me out with, and it is so amazing. And as always, Tank at checkout over at Gigaparts, you get 5% off. And over at Gigaparts, not 5%, that's old news. You get double rewards points. You can then use the rewards points for credit towards your next purchase. Yeah. That's right. And everything good. And I can't wait to see all y'all over there on Orlando. We probably talking a little bit about that. I don't know. We'll see. All right. It is now time to uncork your drink of poison. And let's go ahead and head over to Carlos, who's showing me what he's drinking tonight or today. What you got there? Uh-huh. Let me just embiggen you. Where's the right transition primary? Yeah, boy. Nothing but you. Yeah.
So just get it over with. It's okay. I swear to you, it is okay. So now that I've said that,
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend who died late last year. Had a collection of bourbon and a
Mm-hmm.
collection of whiskey, and we had a celebration of life. And his family said, "We don't drink this stuff. You got to get it out of here." So I ended up with one of his bottles of
Ooh.
single barrel, which I am busting out for today because I know you're a fan of bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna drink a little bit to Jim's memory, and then we're gonna have a good fun time.
Oh man, the Kentucky Wild Spirit, man, is a good bourbon. It was one of my early favorites, and I know we were talking earlier this week. I am going to be opening another favorite of mine. This is McKenney, 10-year bottle and bonded, and the little pull tab broke. So I trying to open this. You don't see this in stores that much anymore. I saw it, I bought it, and then Carlos gave me that awesome story. I was like, I am going to open up this bottle with you. So I'm struggling. Here we go. The 10-year. Yeah.
So cheers to Jim. I'm pretty sure it's hot where he's at. I'll do some.
Knowing you, he enjoyed every minute of it going there.
We never had a bad time, I'll tell you that.
Ooh, that's good. Ah.
He had a really good taste in whiskey. Well, in most things.
Mm-hmm. That's a great
poor
bottle.
choices in wives, but
wives?
Yeah. I shouldn't say that. They were good. They were good humans. They just didn't. They were not compatible, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh man, Carlos, man, it's been too long since I've talked to you and hung out with you. What have you been up to, man?
Oh, dude, I'm trying to survive the winter. Look,
Aren't we all?
Y'all may not know it, but I'm a tropical boy.
Uh-huh.
This temperature of it's a heat wave today in Indiana. Seriously, it's a heat wave today, and it is 23 degrees freedom. Whew, that is too damn cold for me. And but my dumbass still goes out to the park, and I still go play radio. And I was rushing into the garage here for this live stream because I was out on the ice of the lake, checking the thickness of the ice. It is over 7 inches thick, so it should hold a small pickup truck without issue.
So what are you going to be doing on the ice that you need to know how thick it is? Are you going to go?
Well, I have an ice shanty for doing POTA.
Mhm,
So I
mhm.
think when I'm done here, I may just take my ice shanty down to the dock and put it on the ice, put the heater on, and play radio.
Are you activating? Are you lucky enough to be that close to a park, or are you gonna
Yes.
be hunting?
Oh, I'll be. There's a park. The lake I'm talking about is not far from my home, and it is a park. It is 4282 Crooked Lake State Nature Preserve.
Okay, okay.
4282. Am I doing that right? So now I got to go to the
I
Googly
know.
Goo, pull out that app, and double check because But yeah, I'm thinking about doing that instead of watching the football game that precedes the Bad Bunny concert.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm thinking about going, setting up, playing radio for a little while, and then breaking it down, coming home, so that I get 419 or two Crooked Lake State Nature Preserves. It's not a terrible long drive from here to there, but the nature preserve has a couple of trails in it, and we take our dog over there to walk her and get her exercise in. And
Mhm.
I decided to take my drill with a nice long auger bit, and
Oh.
the auger bit is set to 7 inches,
Mhm.
and like bottoms out at 7 inches, and I couldn't get through the ice, so I'm gonna go with is 7 inches.
Mhm.
That's what I know. Um,
So are you actually gonna do some ice fishing or
oh God, no. That's look. It's bad enough that I'm thinking about getting on the ice because I'm Puerto Rican, man. That I leave the walking on water thing to Jesus.
He's
Okay,
Uh-huh.
that's that's not my game. But it's thick enough that I'm willing to give it a try. Uh,
Let
but yeah, it
let's
should make if I get a chance to do it, it should make for an easy activation. Activating at that park is always a piece of cake.
Mhm, mhm. Um, you said Puerto Rico because I was literally just down there last weekend. Let me fix the screen I want to pull in. Here I was in San Juan on top of the castle with the Mistastic node, and was just admiring it for a thumbnail. Let's see what I got. A picture of the cannon.
Dude, those cannons are legit, man.
Yeah. I don't know when look at the antenna across my face. Poof. It's just
It's buried in there.
there's another common term they have people say that I'm not going to say it came up. But yeah, man, it was just beautiful. Beautiful day down there. I
Most
had
of the time it is.
uh-huh.
Rare that we have bad weather in Puerto Rico,
Mhm.
and when we do, it's only for a few hours or for a couple of days when a hurricane comes through.
Mhm. Mhm.
That looked like a nice tobacco shop,
Yeah,
man.
this was the other point. I was like, I found this tobacco shop or this cigar lounge, and it literally looks like it never ends. It could be one of those Harry Potter never-ending
That's a
hallways
big
of
ass
just
humidor,
cigars.
dude.
Yeah, this is her second room. There was another room before this to get to this back humidor. So they had a small humidor ish. You walk through a hallway and you turn right, and it was just all the way at you or all the way down. It's amazing. And I was asking her, I was like, I like a big full body pepper cigar, like punch you in your face. And she went around this brand. Nope. Have that in the States. This. Nope. Got that. This. Oh, I have that in my backpack. This. No, that was pretty good, but yeah, I had that before. And I pretty much had a lot of things that she already had. I did go and get some house rolled cigars, and that was very nice. Um, and since Puerto Rico is a part of the States, I didn't have to declare those cigars when I got off the boat.
Well,
Oh,
fun fact, you probably paid more for those cigars in Puerto Rico than you would have paid for them in the US.
yeah, right.
The way the laws are set up, ships are not allowed to dock in Puerto Rico unless to discard cargo or to dislodge cargo unless they came from the United States on a U.S. flagship.
Okay.
So, for example, if we buy, let's take for example a radio, right?
Uh-huh.
Comes buy a radio from the usual suspects, and I have a dealership in Puerto Rico selling radios. I can't receive that shipment from Japan. It has to come to the U.S. first,
Mhm.
and then from the U.S. it has to go on a U.S. flagship to Puerto Rico for me to receive it and then
How
sell it
many
on the
actual US flagships there are? It can't be
not
just to
many.
be another ship intra
Nope.
travel
Nope.
because there's a lot of restrictions to be a US
It's
flagship
it's
stupidly.
the Jones Act, man. The Jones Act of
Yes, you know
2020
it.
made it. Puerto Rico is we are a colony, right? And
Mhm.
we are treated as a colony by the United States. I know the polite way to thing is to say is we're a territory or we're an associated. The official term is ELA, ELA, Estado Libre y Asociado, the free and associated state of Puerto Rico,
Mhm.
which it isn't. We're a colony. Uh,
But don't y'all also self-govern like your own state too though?
Sort of, kind of, not really. So because of the way the commerce is set up,
Yeah.
everything has to come from the U.S. And because of that, the island got into a massive amount of debt, and I mean an amount of debt that is not payable back.
Mhm.
Like so, we're not allowed to declare bankruptcy either
Interesting.
because we're not a country on our own, right? We're a free and associated state of the United States. And so the Puerto Rican government issued bonds to try to, you know, play the game,
Mhm. Mhm.
and then they can't default on them, and they're triple. The Puerto Rican bonds are triple tax exempt, so there's no federal taxes, no state taxes, and no city taxes whatsoever on those bonds. So U.S. bondholders basically said, no, 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 we want our money, right?
Mhm.
Pay up. So the U.S. government installed a board of control, the board of financial control over the island. So despite the fact that Puerto Rico elects a governor and the governor is supposedly in charge, the governor answers to the board. And
Oh.
the board is appointed by the president of the United States, whomever happens to be the president at that point in time, right?
Mhm.
So currently, the current board was appointed by Donald Trump. The board before that was appointed by Joe Biden, and so on and so forth, right?
Interesting.
Uh, so the political wins. Like, so people go when I talk politics with people, people go, "You're really jaded," and it's like, yeah, I know how this game plays.
Mhm.
It's like it's terrible for my people. It's terrible for my family. It's terrible for me when I'm on the island.
Mhm.
So yeah,
That stinks.
it is. It is what it is. The governor of Puerto Rico should have never issued the bonds. They
Mhm.
did. Really, bottom line, we screwed ourselves by allowing that to happen.
But the island was very beautiful. I really did
It's
enjoy
gorgeous.
it. The city, the people were happy. And I walked around all pretty much all of San Juan.
Did you eat any of the local foods?
Yes, I stopped in a little cafe and I had chicken fried steak with beans and rice. And I asked for hot sauce. She's like, "You want spicy?" I said, "Yeah, I want spicy." And she came back with this orange sauce, and I put it on there and I ate it. I was like, "Oh, that's good." I was like, "You got more spicy?" And she's like, "What?" I was like, "More spicy. White boy cry spicy." She's like, "Oh, oh no, that's the
We don't
hottest
do
we got."
spicy. We have a thing called pique, and a pique is a hot sauce of sort. This is fermented hot peppers,
Okay.
and that's what you had,
Yeah.
fermented hot peppers. But we don't do super spicy food. We do very savory food.
Mhm.
Uh, so hopefully, did you get a chance to eat any of the baked goods?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I
dude.
was only out there for lunch, and I walked around a lot of the San Juan, and I checked out the castle, checked out the fort, and I went on a quest to find the biggest cannon.
Well, the fort has quite a few of the big cannons.
The biggest
Uh,
one I found out though is in restoration, and that was the one I was trying to locate, and it was
Bummer.
being restored. And I was like, well, that's a great thing. I approve of it, but it needs to be out here for me.
One of these days when I grow up, I'll have a cannon.
Uh huh.
Now, I'm not going to tell any of my neighbors that I'll have a cannon. Okay. All I'm going to do is I'm going to have it in my garage. Since my pickup truck won't fit in the garage,
Uh huh.
I'll have it in the pickup truck bay and we'll have it in my car bay. And then every once in a while, I'll roll up the garage door, set it off, and close the garage door, and let my neighbors try to figure out what in the hell is happening with all the booms.
Well, the smoke will give you away a little bit.
They're old. They're not going to go outside looking for smoke.
Uh
Seriously, I'm probably the second youngest person at this lake, and I am not young.
huh.
I am not a spring chicken anymore. I'm a summer chicken.
Well, when I was also out there, the Meshtastic, there was many Meshtastic nodes out there. Long Fast was hot and heavy. Um, all of it pretty much in Spanish or their dialect of Spanish. I did throw out there, take radios here, and got nothing. So I'm like, no one watches me. Honestly, I was hoping, and I hit a repeater or two, and I was hoping someone would come back. Is that you, Frank? I'm like, yeah. You got a radio? Let's go activate a park over here so I can get Puerto Rico on my logs. But
Dude, if you had told me ahead of time, I could have hooked you up with a couple of amateurs, and they
uh-huh.
would have totally gone and done POTA with you, man.
Oh, that would have
Hell,
been
the
fun.
I want to say the castle
Hmm.
is a park. I want to say,
It's
let
a
me,
national historical site, so it
yeah,
is should still be. It should be there. Let's
it should be a park. El Morro should be a park. If it isn't, I'm going to put a petition to the POTA board. Yeah, it is a park. I see it.
sweet. Let me. I'm gonna pull it up here.
It is PR 0014, San Juan National Historic Site.
Should
Uh,
be around here. Yeah.
so
Oh, it's the
if you had
dots
told me ahead of
here.
time, I would have made arrangements and
Hmm.
had you hooked up with somebody.
Honestly,
And
I completely forgot that you were from Puerto Rico, and I'm ashamed of that because
that's
that
all
would have
right.
been
You know, like
amazing.
you can't be expected
But
to remember everything.
oh man, because that would have been fun to meet up with someone and go out and do light up a one of these parks and get Puerto Rico crossed off my list of places I've activated.
N2MAK took a vacation down there last year, I believe,
Hmm.
about this time last year. And he brought a radio and he activated a bunch of parks on the east side of the island. Uh, so QRP at that. I want to say he took a 705 with him.
Hmm.
So, salt water helps. It's fine.
Yeah, it does. We get more signals, DX signals, when we're down at Galveston than up here in Dallas.
Oh, I believe it.
It's just
Uh,
amazing how they come across. And I don't know if the ocean being right there eliminates a lot of RF potential because you're not surrounded by people in the city, or if it's the it has to be the salt water. Just to be honest, it has to be the salt water and the signals are bouncing off of it and coming
Probably a
right to you.
combination of both, right? If you lower the population, you lower the RFI,
Hmm.
and then you add the salt water on top of it, and then you have a magnifying effect.
Hmm. Hmm. But that was so much fun on that trip. So what have you been up to, man? Have you stopped jumping because it got cold outside, right?
Yeah, so I haven't stopped jumping. I've just put a pause on it because of weather.
Well,
Uh,
that's what I
our
meant.
skydiving season ends in at the end of October, beginning of November. This year we ended at the end of October, and that means um, like I'm
Hmm.
jonesing, right? I'm an addict. I admit to the fact that I'm an addict to skydiving. That's not a big deal to me. Um, so I've been making do, man. I've been doing some POTA stuff, doing some radio stuff, uh, cleaning up the garage. Some of the like you see I'm organizing, trying to make sure that the the psycho doesn't go psycho, and be I don't know about you, but clutter makes my brain go bad, and
Then don't
it
look behind me.
well
Nothing
no,
to see here. Hold on.
but it's not that. I do the same thing, Frank.
Uh-huh.
The thing is, it makes me go insane when my areas are a mess, but I am the one making the damn mess.
Yes.
So I decided that this winter I was going to get rid of a bunch of stuff and clean up the areas and arrange things and whatnot. So I have a bunch of oh, what is this called? Grid, multi-grid. Mike beat me to it,
Hmm.
but I've been printing multi-grid for like a year just to get so that I
Oh,
have it for winter.
Multigrid is
Yeah.
railing stack 3D printing organization shelf stuff that you can do.
So this is
Yeah.
a grid that you put on the wall, right?
Hmm.
And you have they have adapters where you can either go. These are, by the way, that's threaded.
Oh,
Believe it or not, this is threaded. Uh,
no.
and they also have inserts that you can put in here, and then you have hooks and pegs and things that hold and whatnot. Here, hang on, let me do this.
Yeah.
Let me camera it over to there,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So the idea is organize the things and keep them organized so that I can find what I'm looking for when I'm looking for it instead of going, "Where I know I have this, where the hell did I put it?"
Hmm.
Uh, and get rid of the things that are not being used, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
uh, I've been doing a lot of that this winter. Uh, but yeah, Mike beat me to it. I saw Mike publish about it. I'm like, I was gonna make a video about that. He goes, you can still do the video. I'm like, you know what? No, I would rather just get this done
Hmm.
because my brain needs the exercise.
Hmm.
NAYO,
Is it?
you know a guy. You know
Hmm.
a guy. Come down. I'll hook you up, bro. I'll hook you up. Uh, so yeah, dude, this stuff is amazing. This what you saw is a little bit of what I have up. I have a bunch more up other places, and I'm also doing the Milwaukee pack out stuff over
Yep.
there, organizing things. And the end idea, and what I'm doing as I'm doing this, is that everything that's over there or over there or over anything that's been organized is on a spreadsheet and it has a locator, right? So I can, if I'm for some reason I forget that my electrical black tape is on the, grid, multi grid.io over here,
Hmm.
I can say it's in the bottom right, bottom left hand corner, and I can just search for it and go electrical black tape. Oh, it's there. I can go there and find it. That way I can index everything.
So you're indexing everything digitally and also
Yes,
putting it. Mm,
yes. So
that takes
it's
more, a lot more effort.
there's a lot of effort, but the thing is that's how I'm going to be able to keep my sanity because every time I came in here to do a project, I would look at this mess and go, I can't deal with this, and I would just walk out and not do the project.
Hmm. Hmm.
Right? I would come in here to lift weights or to row or to work out or whatever, and the mess would just like my brain would log up and go, no, we're not doing that. So I've been able to clean it enough so far that I'm able to get in here 5 times a week to work
Nice.
out and keep my strength up, keep my weight in check, and keep my sanity
Hmm.
because I'm not skydiving.
Yeah, right. Well, my my studio here needs help. Um, there's everything to my side, and that's a whole desk, and that's my work desk where I project desk, and it is kind of being used right now. I kind of stopped a project midway. I usually do clean up when I'm done. There over here, I don't know how well that's going to show. It's going to be my radio desk once the radio's done, and over there is my packet center. And you got some more boxes than usual because I finished the pint glasses and I needed us to clean that up. But when I'm over there working, I have everything so nicely indexed and Adam Savage on Tested talks about like zero index, you're one step away, and I have that in my kitchen, and also when I'm working over there, is I don't even have to think about things. So I was like, okay,
First
that
order
needs that.
retrievability.
There it is, first order, and I just like pulled out, do, put it in there, zip it up, put it to the side, and do the next one, and it's so beautiful. And when I do the big packing of all the fragile items, the bubble wrap, I cut to scale. I figure out how much I need, cut all that up, and have it nicely stacked, and just grab and go. And I wrap it up and just put on a YouTube video or a movie and turn off while you just do it because it's just repetition. and
Yeah, dude,
it's beautiful when it's set up correctly.
yeah, and let's not gloss over the comment that Joe Brett put up that he says he'd rather get pegged. I mean, he'd rather buy a pegboard.
I think you said it right the first time. I did see you
I
jump in there. What's going on, Joe, man? Are you coming out to Orlando? It's been too long since I saw you. I need to reach out to
um
him. You'll be my next
so
guy I catch up with.
so the custom the capacity to customize this is better than pegboard, Joe Brett, because they're like I can't show it to you. Well, I suppose I could show it to you here. Let me move that out of the way because it's a little bit in the way. Here, so for example, my calipers have a hanger,
Mm-hmm.
and they're always there, right? And that caliper hanger is part of the system, is something that becomes part of the gridding system, and there's no such thing for pegboard. So I would have to design something like this and then find a way of affixing it to the pegboard, and that takes time and effort that I don't want to put into it, where I can just download this, print it, and
There it
off to the
is.
races I go,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
So the pre-cooked stuff that's already on multi-grid is amazing. So yeah, Mike is close enough. He knows where I live. He can come over. I'll hook you up, buddy. Tell me what you want ahead of time so I can have it printed because it takes a while to print. Uh, Somebody said that on the comments. You've been printing multi-grid for a while because
He said it takes a while.
Timely64 says you've been printing multi-grid for a while because it takes a while to print, and it does. I don't have the subscription. I'm not a member of
Don't.
their Patreon or whatever the heck it is. So I only have access to the basic stuff.
Okay. I was about to say,
If you
don't tell me you have to have the subscription for it to print faster.
No, but if you want to print, so for example, these 3x3 grids,
Okay.
uh I can print maybe I want to say 5 or 6 of them on one plate
Mm-hmm.
because they go 3 wide on the plate, right? Uh but if I wanted to print them in a stack so that I can just overnight and print those as a stack, the stack version of the print you need a membership for.
Hmm.
And I tried making my own stack, and I have news for you. That sucked. That was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up throwing every one of them away because they didn't print right. So they have this figured out, right? They have figured out how to multi-print, multi-stack this stuff, and that to somebody that's in a rush, it's definitely worth the time to do that or the money to do that. For me, I got the time I got.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just stick to the free bits for now. And it's not that I don't want to support the project because I would love to support the project. I just don't want a subscription. If they had a way of saying, "Hey, you can come in here and throw us $20, $30, $50, whatever the case might be, and you get access for
How
a month or two," fine.
how much is the prescription?
I want to say a subscription is like $15 a month or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
with a 1 year minimum commitment. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that. I'm not playing that
Really?
game.
That's a lot. Yeah.
But obviously, first of all, look, as someone that has to work for a living, right? Like properly work for a living, I get it. Making this stuff it's time intensive and it's labor intensive, and you got to pay the bills. You
Mm-hmm.
got to make money in order to spend the time to justify the time you're spending doing this stuff. I get that. Uh, And to a lot of people, it is absolutely worth it because these guys are making a living doing this. It's just not worth it to me because I have the time, right? I'm not printing this as a factory. I'm not printing this as a guy that's going to go out there and sell this stuff. I'm just printing this for me and perhaps for some of my friends. Uh, One of my neighbors lives in Arizona. Uh, the neighborhood I live in is of seasonal. I'm one
Mm-hmm.
of very few people that lives here full time. Uh,
Are they a bunch of snowbirds?
Yeah, there's a lot there are a lot of people that live here during the summer only, and even then, it's the weekends of the summer at that.
Mhm, mhm.
So it's kind of an escape place. Uh, so anyhow, one of my neighbors lives in Tucson, and I sent him a picture of this, and he was like, "Oh wow, I gotta have some of that." So yeah, when he's getting ready, when I know that he's on the way, I'll start printing some of this for him, so that when he gets here, he can then outfit his garage with whatever bits of this he needs or wants. But and that's I'm just gonna do that for as a friend.
Mhm, mhm.
I'm not trying to make money off of this. If I were trying to make money off of this, different story, right? I would have a print
Are
farm and I would be
do
cranking this stuff out and I
are
would
they trying to
pay them
sell
a bit.
the prints through, like, their site also? So you can buy the prints directly?
I don't think they do. I think that they just let you license it and you print it. And if you want to sell it, you can, I think, I don't know. I haven't looked at the terms of service for the license, but it's a neat system, right? Mike made a video about it. Ham Radio Tube.
Yep.
If you are in any way interested in this stuff, have a look at that. Have multigrid.io. It's cool stuff. It's really truly neat stuff. Uh,
You mentioned earlier a couple of projects that you might be putting off. What are they?
oh, let's see. Let's start with this one here. That's right over here. Uh, I have I have QRP Labs QMX number 595959 all day,
Was
right?
that the Dayton purchase this year?
That was the Leighton purchase 2 years ago, 3 years ago now.
So
Whatever.
now I don't feel as bad having a project sitting over there for the last year or two I haven't done yet.
Dude, I haven't. Look. I cut the tape. That was it. I
Uh-huh.
cut the tape to show somebody the bits. Actually, the neighbor from Arizona, he's an
Uh-huh.
EE, and he was like, "Well, what is that?" And I'm like, "Hell, let me
Ooh.
show it to you." So it's ready to be assembled. I just haven't gotten to assembling. So I'm hoping to assemble that this winter before skydiving season begins. Because once skydiving season begins, I'm done, buddy.
Mhm.
Here to
Mhm.
tell you. Uh,
That's a fun project. That'll be fun. I almost bought that kit, but then I saw some of the solder points on it. I'm like, I'm not that good yet. Nope, nope, not that good yet.
I mean, you know what? Here's the thing, Frank. Let me introduce you to my little friend.
Uh-huh. I got some of that, but every time I try to use that, it gets stuck to the board, and I'm like,
So
ugh.
put some. So what you do is you put some. You cut yourself a piece.
Okay,
You soak it in flux.
that
Hang
I
on,
need a
wait.
flux. I don't have any flux.
So I have this flux pen here.
Mm-hmm.
So you take the braid, you soak it in flux, and then you use that to desolder, and the solder will wick into the desoldering wick, and Bob's your uncle. On to the next one, right? Like I look, I've screwed up soldering more times than I can remember, which is why I have
Mm-hmm.
this for soldering, and then I have that for whoops, I
Well,
screwed it up
I
again.
also like the solder suckers. You push down the pump, you put it on there, heat it up, and go thunk, and I
Yeah,
find
I mean
that
those are
works
nice. I don't have
very
one.
well. I that's what I did. I also have that solder wicker, and I just can't get it to work. But I might need to just get more flux. That'd be the answer. I want to start soldering more and do some soldering kits. And I might try to buy just Amazon cheapy solder projects to throw away. Oh, you got the new one? When'd you pick
Jim's
this up?
Jim's bottle is done. My bottle is coming out.
Uh huh.
No, so the thing is, I'm not much of a bourbon guy, but I got that bottle from Jim's family, his
Mm,
collection,
mm-hmm,
and I
mm-hmm.
tasted it, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's good."
It
So I went
is.
ahead. I went. Costco had this, and I want to say Costco had this for I think $50. So I went ahead and bought it. So
Ooh,
ooh and ah,
celebrating life.
you know, uh,
Um, Joe Brett is like flux and the highest concentrate of rubbing alcohol can get it. Can get it. Usually
here
97% of store is in your friend.
you go to the dentist on a regular basis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every time you go to the dentist, they give you one of these things.
Yes.
and toothpaste and floss, and you never use it because you'd rather use the toothbrush of your choice, right? After you get done with your solder project and you have a bunch of flux left over on it,
Uh-huh,
you
uh-huh.
you soak it down with isopropyl alcohol, 99%, 97%, whatever you can get your hands on.
Wait, not
90% or
this
better is
alcohol?
generally good. And then you just take this, scrub it really good,
Uh-huh.
because who cares about a cheap dentist toothbrush, right? And then an air compressor, you blast the air compressor across that PCB, squeaky clean PCB. You're using something instead of throwing it in the trash. This is like I get these from the dentist and I
Mm-hmm.
never use them because I have one of those. I have an electric toothbrush. Uh, it has a use now, so
Nice.
there you go.
Yeah, I need to get one of those. I just need to practice soldering and get the smaller solder points. The trickiest thing, and it's always in the antenna builds that you got to do, is solder two wires together. Like I cannot do that well.
Hey,
I've tried several ways. The best way I found is to wrap it.
I just made a mess.
I saw that.
I thought that was locked. It's not locked. But here, let me. So now that this out of the box, right?
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, but you can't put that between the BNC and your balance on a lot of your antenna builds because the BNC and balun are nuts to butts close to each other, like a little spoon and skydiving, um, and you can't put that there.
Well, here's the little version. You can definitely fit that because when it shrinks to about a quarter of the size,
Uh-huh. Let
right? So
the last one I did, it was literally that far away from each other, and then you got like that much to solder. It was pretty close.
so now I got to clean up this mess at some point in time. It's what I get for thinking the thing is locked. I must not have locked it the last time I used it, and here I am making a mess.
Uh-huh.
But if I don't clean it up before I go back inside, then it's gonna stay here as a mess,
Mm-hmm.
and then I won't be able to come back out here. It's- you know,
Uh,
I keep on picking on N8YO. He's been to my house a couple of times, and he's seen the mess that I make. He's
uh-huh.
seen uh, you know, how the sausage is made over here.
What's up, 45? Thanks for joining.
Oh my. Let's
And we
see.
and we got Mike joining in the room. Thank you, Mike, channel member, and Colin VK. Thank you for joining.
Let me tell you, I found these splicers. These are heat shrink butt splicers, right?
Okay.
I found them at the Habitat for Humanity Restore.
Uh-huh.
And the label's not on it anymore, but I want to say I paid $1 for this entire container.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was great. I should have bought more of them.
Mhm. Well, now you can. You got some all over the desk. So it's a good way to get another container. Just shove that into the trash.
Well, no, the thing is they when they sell out, like this stuff is donated to them. Yeah, so when they sell out of something, they sell out of it.
Aw.
It's not common for them to keep stock of anything. Uh, but if you have a Habitat for Humanity restore near you
Mm-hmm.
and you haven't been to it, you're doing yourself a disservice because there are heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps of things there that apply to amateur radio. Uh,
No way.
case in point, here, hang on.
I'm searching this right now.
Hang on, let me. Case in point.
Habitat Humanity store.
So here is my go-to antenna wire for home.
That's thick.
This is 12 gauge THHN. So
Uh-huh.
stranded like house electrical wire.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This was what was this? This was how many feet was this? 12 gauge. The label's already busted up, but I want to say this was either 500 or 1,000 feet.
Wow.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I bought it at the restore for $20. And this is not the only spool I bought. I have one, two, three, four, five spools of this.
But that's heavy wire. So are you good? That's good wire for making a permanent antenna, but it's heavy
Exactly.
wire to make a antenna to take to a park.
Exactly. But for home, dude, like the field of radials for my DX Commander Nebula,
Mm-hmm.
it's this. It's not the DX Commander wire, it's this. I ran 1,200 feet of this
Oof.
in my yard
Uh-huh.
as the field of radials for my DX Commander Nebula.
Did you bury
Because
them or use the yard staples so the
I
grass
used
grows
the
around
yard
them?
staples, and the grass buried them for me. It took like a season.
No, that's what I meant. So you staple them to the yard and the grass grows around it.
Yep. Like you can't see them anymore. They're in there. They're in the
Mhm.
ground.
Nice.
Uh, so yeah, man, the first year I ran over a couple of the radials, mowed them over.
Yeah, just fix
You
it.
know,
Easy fix.
yeah. I mean, it was at the end of this. What do you call it? It was at the end of the radial anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't care. But it was one of those. Oopsie! I better be careful with that now. Uh,
Uh-huh.
I'll deal with the rest of this later. Now that I've gotten most of it off my keyboard. um,
So I've been seeing you going to the parks. And I kind of like your takes that what you're doing on your videos on the park. So you do a bunch of B-roll.
oh, hang on. There
Yeah,
we go.
you do a bunch of B-roll. And then as you're activating, you're overplaying the B-roll, which is
Dude,
something I'm not doing. I was like, oh, that's been very beautiful to do. So you see them walking around and you hear each other, and you got a good friends group. It seems like you're always going out with a couple different friends.
I try to. It's a lot more fun to go out with friends. And look, and understand that I'm not throwing shade on anybody. Okay, it's
Mm-mm,
just
mm-mm.
uh, I prefer my style of video making is something that isn't shooting me. I'm not that good looking. I'm not, that entertaining.
I said it's a good style for the POTA because just watching a person as they're activated, it's not interesting.
Exactly. So I prefer to just like when I go to the park, if I'm going to do a video, especially if I'm going to do a long form video,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I would rather go out there and hike first, like hit one of the trails and get a bunch of footage of one of the trails, and then people that are not in Indiana can experience that. They can see like I've gotten a lot of feedback going, you know what? I can't go on a hike and I'm living vicariously through you. Or,
Hmm.
hey, you know what? I've been thinking about going to that park and I live in southern Indiana and it's a long drive and I wanted to see if it'd be worth it for the hiking and it looks like it is, so I'm going to go do that. Thanks for showing me the park. And that's what I want to do, right? Like you activate however you want to activate. I don't care, right? For me, I activate and make a video that allows people to see what the park looks like, uh, because like this is not that attractive, folks. I know it.
Oh,
I
come
I
on.
know that.
Mans of beards. Yeah, we are amazing. It brings the girls in, man.
You know, my beard brings one girl to the yard. That's it.
Well, after that, you
One.
stopped looking.
Well, that's part of it, right? Like I stopped looking. I got the right girl, and that's it, man.
Mm-hmm.
I am one very, very, very fortunate guy. I found Mrs. Right very early on in life, and it's been fantastic. So I'm not out there looking, and I've had, I've had the fortune of having attractive women come towards me and go,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey," and I go, "Yeah,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
happily married. I appreciate it, but I'm not interested." Uh, you know,
But
so I realize that I'm not like people don't want to see me.
mm-hmm,
The
mm-hmm.
shit, even in my parachute mobile videos, what you see is mostly me flying, and then you see me when I talk. And I try to make as little bit of that as possible so that I can get as many cues as I can,
Well,
right?
it's a great way that you splice in both of them, so you can also hide those little areas of non-activity. So where you're falling, you don't have that contact. And if you see how my videos are, it's a lot of bouncing back of me talking and showing something, just to have those nice spacers to cut out the ums and ahs and. But when
Yeah.
you're Periscope mobile, it's also a good way to hide some of that little breaks and make the video a little faster pace.
Yeah, and I think, like, I understand that my channel's not big, right? My channel's got 3,100 and some odd subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Go subscribe, like, notify.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do is very niche, right? And I'm not doing this as a full-time job. So I have the incredible luck or fortune to be able to do what I want to do without having to worry about, you know, views or CPM or anything like that. So some people are going to like it, some people are not. That's okay. Uh, if you watch one of my videos and you see me activating a POTA, you're more than likely going to see me either hiking or driving the park, one or the other.
I love just to show it's highlighting the park more, and that's what I like. And I need to start doing that too. But when I go to the parks for me in my videos, is I do the project, I do the thing, and I might talk about the park a little bit. But then I found in the metrics for my videos, soon as I start making QSOs, there is just this down curve of just like, oh, cool, we're doing okay with a little bit of slant, and then I'll see Q thunk, right into the ground. So I only put one or two contacts in there to prove the system works, and I call it a day. Even though I'm at the park and probably I try at least 100+ contacts every time I'm out there. Um, but
Dude, you know what? I got to go play with uh, Kurt and Sandy from the Black Swamp Amateur Radio Club.
uh-huh.
So, context: Northwest Ohio, southeastern Michigan, northeast Indiana used to be a big swamp. Okay, it's been
Mm-hmm.
drained now, but it used to be a big swamp. It used to be called the Black Swamp. So they named their club uh, Black Swamp Ham Radio Club,
Hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and they go out and they are like on mission. We're gonna go get 15 QSOs and we're gonna skedaddle to the next park and we're gonna get 15 QSOs and skedaddle to the next park. So they were doing a rove in Indiana and I caught up with them and I'm like, hey guys, can I tag along? And they were like, yeah, absolutely, come along. The more the merrier. Dude, their hit and run.
Really?
Their hit and run is amazing. And so I got to shoot them for, I want to say, 4 or 5 parks. And it's a lot of the same, right? Because we're doing the same thing, but it is hit, run, let's go. And
Are they operating also within the vehicle, so they're not taking the time to throw up an antenna?
oh, they're putting up an antenna,
Mm-hmm.
but like uh I I I activated 3 out of 5 parks that I wanted to activate this weekend, yesterday, the same way they did. And that is, I went out intentionally with no mast. I went out there intentionally with a setup that was like my radio sitting in the armrest of my pickup truck. Uh, so I get the coax out of the window, put the transformer wherever I can. So sometimes the transformer is 6 feet, 7 feet off the ground, and sometimes it's 2 feet off the ground.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then the antenna wire can be anywhere between 2 feet off the ground and 7 feet off the ground. And I'm going to just run whatever I can, make 15 QSOs, hit and move, go.
So, how many parks do you have within that vicinity that
In
you could do that?
Indiana, we have 200 and some odd parks. In Northeast Indiana, I would guess there's probably 100 of them,
Mm-hmm.
just averaging. Or Northern Indiana, I have activated 62 so far. My hope is to get to 75 before the end of the winter, and that's going to be a tall task. Uh, especially with all the other stuff that I want to get done in here.
And
But
what proximity, closeness to you? Are you having to driving 30, 40 minutes between activations, or you can like do
so the parks that I went to yesterday, the first park is an hour away.
okay.
And then from there is 10 minutes to the next park, 5 minutes to the next one after that, 7 minutes to the one after that, 8 minutes to the one after that, and another 8 minutes to the one after that, even though the last two I couldn't
What do
activate
you
because
mean
I couldn't
8
get into
minutes,
them.
8 minutes, 8 minutes? They're so close.
Dude, they're packed. Look at the POTA map for Northeast Indiana.
Uh-huh.
It's like we have a lot of parks. Texas, you guys are
Yeah,
an
this is why I'm
enormous
throwing
state.
shame on you because here's the parks. Here's Indiana. Northwest is just boom 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 boom,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
there's there's a Salamone Lake has I want to say five in it.
uh-huh.
Just Salamone Lake. So if you zoom in and then you have another five up there near Lake James. So those are the five that I went to yesterday.
Man.
Uh, I hit those up like it was bang 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 bang.
Uh-huh.
Uh so yeah, man, it's
Then we go look at Texas because this is why I'm complaining. Here's Dallas,
oh
and we
dude.
got 1, 2 close to here maybe, and then we have down. Then just driving down 45. Then we got an hour and a half, and then we got one over here, which I don't think this is a new one. Wild Management. Okay, they might be adding some new ones popping up here.
Oh, they're adding new parks almost all the time. So yeah, dude, it's really nice because I have fewer. Indiana has fewer parks than Texas, but not by much. I want to say Indiana has like 210 or something like that, and Texas has 250. But Texas, by landmass, is three times the size of Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
So park density for me is nuts,
Well, we
right?
still have to drive hours to get to the next one. So, and Paul can attest too. He joined us, my amazing co-host Paul. Um, he says it's 50 minutes to get its closest park.
You know, I tell you that like look, I try to lead a private life,
Uh huh.
but I will tell you that the nearest park to me is within 10 minutes of my house. And if I want to hike there, it's a half hour.
It's
Like if
it's
I want to get on, like if I want to get on and just walk to the place,
uh
it's a
huh.
half hour walking.
It's a
That's it.
40-minute drive for me to the closest park, and when I forget something, it completely kills everything. 10 minutes, I'll just leave my stuff and I'll be back in 20 minutes.
Yeah, dude, it's my favorite. My two home parks are 2252 and 4192, and I split between the two. 2252 has a twofer inside of it, 10283, I think is what it is. The Glacier Esker.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Uh, so I've been paying a little bit more attention to the Glacier Esker recently, just because I wanted to get a kilo there. Uh, but 4192 is
Can I look
like
up contacts? No, I was trying to find you as an activator because I wanted us to pull up some of these parks and I see if you were on the list of any of these.
you want me to pull up my park, my POTA site and share it?
Yeah, hold on. Maybe I can do it. I don't know why I'm
I think it
stumbling
only
on the
lists so
side.
many, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, on the activations you can do more.
Well, I was trying to find Carlos as a just an operator,
I
but
think if you
oh,
can
there it
find his
is.
call sign, hover over it.
K9OL. That's your current one?
It is.
Sweet. I remember things. Carlos. Okay, I found the search box. Um, so which one's the last parks you said you activated? Or your favorite ones?
Well, do you see them right there? I activated them yesterday. The last parks I activated. I think that's what you're showing.
Yes.
Tiny print
Tiny print.
for me, but
um,
on River, yeah, Fish
yep.
Hatchery, dude, that was a trip. Uh,
15
I don't
contacts.
know how it has as many activations as it has. It doesn't make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
because there's a tiny little sliver that is actually accessible by you and me.
Really?
Everything else is marked official vehicles only.
Mm-hmm.
So I drove in and I'm like, well, official vehicles only. I got to back out of here. And I go to the edge of the road and pull up the GIS map. And
Well, it looks like there's a
because
walking trail, according to
if
the
you go to
website.
photomap.us, it has the GIS boundaries of the parks.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, so if I park on this lane and I'm on the lane, right? But it's winter, so I'm not gonna be obstructing anybody because it's snowy out there.
Uh-huh.
So if I park on the lane and I set up my antenna on this side of the lane,
Mm-hmm.
I'm inside of the park.
Well, you
Okay,
just
cool.
need to
I can
go
activate the
back and
park.
activate it several more times, and you get on the leaderboard. You could take number 1 because the highest person here is only 2. So you could claim that easily.
But it's a fish hatchery, right? So if you're
Mm-hmm.
not familiar with a fish hatchery, the state of Indiana and many other states will have ponds specifically built to get fish going, right? And then they take the fish out of those ponds and put them in trucks that look like, like tanker trailers, like
Uh-huh.
gasoline tanker trailers. And then they take them to other places where those fish could live, but they wouldn't because there's not enough whatever. And then they release the grown fish or the utes, if you will,
The Utes.
into those lakes so that you and I can go out there and fish. Right. So this fish hatchery, it literally is its sole job is to get fish from eggs to viable fish that then in the spring they're going to take out of those ponds
Mm-hmm.
and put into whatever lakes, in Indiana for people to fish in. So the fact that this place is a park baffles me because literally, like, the road in is official vehicles only. The other side is official vehicles only. You have to look at the GIS to find that arch,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to park on the left side of that arch for you to be technically inside of the bounds of the park. You see the lane right behind that arch. So you see the stone road that's behind the picture of that
Yeah.
arch? That is the lane. You have to be on that lane on the far side
But
of it.
this looks like a walking pedestrian trail that you kind of walk around, and it has some just like a nature-esque preserve to it.
Well, it sort of is. It's actually a one-lane ride. So I'm parked out there thinking, I'm not going to bother anybody and I'll activate here and get out of here. Sure enough, a pickup truck comes by and they're like facing me going, are you going to move? And I'm like, get over, buddy. Go on the grass because I'm not moving. I'm set up.
Nice. I pulled up also Potato Creek State Park here. You
Dude, Potato
activated.
Creek, I was there for Winter Field Day.
Yeah.
Without a question, the coldest activation I have ever done.
Really?
Oh, dude, it was in the single digits. It felt in the negative teens. I had the engine running in my truck just to stay warm. I was planning on overnight there. I was planning on spending the night in the back of my truck. Dude, I got there and I was so cold. I was like, nope, delete that idea out the door. So
I was down in Florida. It was a beautiful 80 degrees. It was amazing. And I was down there with Matt and Caitlin, and we played a bit of radio, and that was fun.
dude, Caitlin is killing it.
She is.
You need to have Caitlin on the stream.
She was on the stream, my birthday stream.
Is the one I missed because I couldn't make it.
Yes.
I was. What was I doing that weekend? I was doing something. You sent me an invite and I couldn't make it. I remember I had like something came up that I had to do. So I didn't see that. But that girl's killing it, man.
She's
doing really good.
I'm gonna say within a couple of months she's gonna surpass me in subscribers. She is.
Dude, the wow factor matters, right? Look, You and I both know this is one big sausage fest,
Uh-huh.
right?
But she's doing good content.
She's doing good
Yes.
content,
The
and
the
she's
algorithm
appealing.
picked it up and she exploded on that. But I think
Exactly.
she's also very good at what she's doing and making good, repeatable, viewable content.
No, like, look, I've been trying to get my wife to get a license since I got my license. No interest whatsoever. I'm watching one of her videos, and my wife's like, "Hey, maybe I should get my license." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
Is it that easy? Yeah.
So, so there's what she's doing. She's appealing to the right crowd. She's appealing to the demographic that needs to be appealed to, because we need to get this sausage fest to not be a sausage fest, right? I would love to see this be a 50-50 thing, right?
Mhm.
It's never going to happen because women are far more sensible than us, and we are willing to spend stupid amount of money and stupid amount of time doing what we do. And they're like, yeah, that's not that practical.
Mhm.
Not in 2026,
Let's
right?
also look at her release cadence.
Oh,
Like
she's
Yeah.
the
smoking, dude.
amount of
She's
videos
smoking.
she's doing it, it's just so for her 12 days, 9 days ago, 8 days ago, so that was only 1 day apart, then a
And
couple of days, and then 2 days apart, then a day apart.
you know the part that makes me truly happy about her channel, and this is is
She's
is the 80-meter net.
she's on the 80-meter net.
No. The 80-meter net guys are coming on there going,
Oh, yes. Oh, the comments
and it's just
are
like,
just
it's just like those people are the people we're trying to get. Like, look,
the
I
old
get it, Grandpa.
OMs that are destroying ham radio clubs left and right.
But, back in your day, you had to spark gap your CW contacts. You know what? We're in 2026, buddy. Hit the
Mhm.
skids. I don't care.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad comments on there, but there's also a ton of enthusiastic and exuberant
And
people on there
that
celebrating her for doing
and
what
that
she's
is the
doing.
ticket, right? So you compare the 80-meter nets, I have goiter and and whatever
All the
comments to
ham
the
radio tube
positive side.
comments.
And the positive side is slaying it. So
Mhm.
I focus on replying to the 80-meter net guys, going, I get it. Your PP is tiny and you have insecurity issues.
Jeez.
I get it. My PP-'s tiny too, but I don't have insecurity issues. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, she's absolutely knocking it out of the park. It was fun hanging out with her and Matt. I think they're gonna be at Orlando too.
I think so, because they're in Florida. That
Yeah.
should be an easy trip for them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
But I think it's almost time to wrap it up here. We've been having so much fun and drank a good bit of bourbon on our ends. Yeah.
I'm on round 2, buddy.
Yeah, I poured a little bit more in here too, man. Well,
We're
also,
pre-gaming for the Benito Bowl.
right? I'm going to be heading over to my friend's house and we're going to be having some fun. I got my sports clothes on. I wish I had a Dallas Stars cap so it would be like all the Texas sports represented, but I don't have one. I looked for it. I swear I had one at one time. And just be yay sports. But I couldn't find another overshirt pair combinations that didn't have football on it because I also thought that would be hilarious. Show up and with all the sports stuff on and none of it's football.
I'd find a figure skating shirt to wear.
There you go. Put a sequin suit on.
I wouldn't even fit in any of those.
Look, I have no shame. I'll wear it. I have sequin shorts. Yes, I do.
You know my personality, Carlos. I'll be right by you, but they don't make it in my size.
Come to think of it, I might just go to Hamvention in my sequin shorts.
You should. You should.
have one nad hanging out the side.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
I mean, I'd fit right in with the 80-meter net.
Right? Well, those guys don't even know. Have the have the conscious ability to recognize they're doing that. Oh man,
No.
cognates ability. That's the word I was trying to find. Cognates. Um. All right, y'all. Let's start with you, Carlos. Man, what's coming up on your channel where we can find more about you?
Dude, so I'm a Life at Terminal Velocity on YouTube. If you're not familiar or aware, but I'd love to see you come by and subscribe, or at least watch a video or two and see if it's your cup of tea. And if it's great, if it is great, and if it's not, awesome too. I appreciate that you gave me a shot, right?
You're going to be
I
back on
have
here.
I have a New Year's POTA that is coming out on Tuesday.
Mhm.
I put things a little bit out of sequence because I put my Winter Field Day activation out last week, kind of timely, whatnot. So I have a New Year's POTA that I'm doing it's coming out on Tuesday. I have no idea what I'm going to put out the week after that, but I'm trying to put a video week out on Tuesdays. So Tuesday Night Ham Radio, folks.
Yes,
We
tell
are
us about it.
trying to fill an hour of your time before the clubhouse happens. Sometimes we do a little bit more, sometimes we do a little bit less, but let's see. Jeff, what's Jeff's call sign? I can't remember off the top of my head. Uh, Someone help me.
N1JUR?
Say what?
Is it N1JUR?
Yeah, N1JUR?
No. That's
No, that's Eric, right?
Eric. Yeah.
Eric is part of the crew. We have so we have Jeff and Eric and N2MAK and Grayman and myself and Digital Rancher and Freddie Mac. There's a group of us that are trying to put out content on Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. The idea being we fill up Tuesday night and then we bump it over to Wednesday night, and then when we fill up Wednesday night, we fill it up on Thursday night. Tuesday Night Ham Radio, come see us, right? There's always content available there an hour prior to Clubhouse, generally through Clubhouse, and then on Wednesdays before Josh's stream, and then we have the Ham Radio Kids Table. It's not your grandpa's ham radio, folks. And when we say the kids table, we're talking about us, right? We're talking about we are the kids because grandpa was the one that was like, you can't get on the air unless you do 50 words per minute on CW. And you know what? We're in 2026, folks. We're not in 1926. We're in 2026. So we're trying to be a little bit more welcoming, a little bit more encompassing. And then Thursday nights is more of the same because you have Cafe Noir at the end of the night, and we're trying to bump up an hour of content
What is
for that.
Cafe Noir?
So Coffee and Ham radios
Uh-huh.
at night, right? So Cafe Noir, coffee at night.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, that's
They
cool,
thought
that's
this
cool.
shit through, man. They
Right?
really.
Usually these nights I'm at the cigar bar, and every now and then Jason and I tune into the clubhouse. We're smoking a cigar, and
Dude, the clubhouse is way too much fun.
I know.
It's wild. We don't talk about ham radio a whole lot. Dude, I'm not on there. I have only been there a handful of times, but it is a riot of fun. Those guys have way more fun than should be allowed. But don't tell the band police because then we have problems. But yeah, that's what I have coming along. I have my videos. I'm trying to put one out every Tuesday on Tuesday night prior to Clubhouse as part of Tuesday Night Ham Radio. Come see Tuesday Night Ham Radio. We have a lot of selection in there, and then the rest of the days, Wednesday, Thursday, and then with any luck, Parachute Mobile will begin again in May of this year. Right?
Ooh.
Temperatures aloft.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, it is in the negative single digits or negative teens aloft.
When are you going to do HF again? Because I seen you do a lot of UHF VHF.
So I try to do HF most of the summer.
Okay.
So without knowing what's going to happen, I can't say. But typically in March, in May, my first jump is going to be at Hamvention. Excuse me. Because Hamvention, right? By that time, the temperatures are warm enough that I can do a jump, and convention's happening. So 2 meters or 70 centimeters is the ticket. I'm going to get a lot of people that way. Once I go back home, right, to my home drop zone in Rochelle, Illinois, we're going to go into HF.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the 7300 Mark II G, Mark II.
Mark
Mark
II
II
G.
G.
There's another
Over
model
there.
It's a
already.
new model.
New
Yeah.
model already. Even ICOM doesn't know this one.
G
I'm gonna
for
have to get a
G
Sharpie.
rated.
I'm gonna have to get a little silver Sharpie and write a G at the end of the Mark II.
Yeah.
Just so
It's G-Force rated, flight rated.
look, I have the only impact rated ID50, so I should have the
Right?
only ID 7300 Mark II G, right?
Yes, I agree on the whole.
So yeah, summer will probably be mostly HF, and then August will probably be VHF and UHF because of Huntsville, and then September, October will be HF again, more
Mhm.
than likely, and then back to the winter doldrums.
Yeah. Well, Carlos, man, thank you for coming on. Thank you for hanging out with
Thanks for
me.
having me,
Thank you
brother.
for being flexible and allow us to do it earlier instead of the 6 o'clock time because of this super sports game that everyone's going to be watching. You're amazing, man. Paul, you get. Thank you for joining a little late, but
Yeah, sorry
thanks for
guys.
coming
It's-
in, man. It's
you
all
bet,
right.
man. Good
It's
to
all
see you,
right.
Carlos. Sorry I missed it. I'll have to watch the replay. The only guy I would trust to get me out of an airplane on a parachute. So maybe someday.
You
Say
need
when.
to, man.
Say when.
He I don't know if everyone's aware, but Paul's main job is a flight attendant and on one of those long haul flights. And I think it'd be great if Carlos put him in the airplane, then threw him out.
That'd be fantastic, I think.
Can I pull? Can I get a life vest and like pull the life vest as I go out? Just to kind of
Yes,
Dude,
yes.
if you want to do that, I'm totally down. I am totally down.
No, it's good to
it's
see.
gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt me.
Yeah, that's true. It'd probably be smacking me in the face or something, but yeah, good to see you. Sorry, guys. Sunday mornings, afternoons are pretty busy for me, but glad I could make at least some of it.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it coming on. And anything coming up on your channel tonight?
I'll just do the live stream again as usual. I didn't even know who was playing in the Super Bowl till yesterday, so
Paul,
I just don't
Paul.
watch it that much.
I look. I hate to be the one that does this, but
Yeah.
it's the Benito Bowl. Let's get
Well,
it
here's
right.
what
Benito
what's-
Bowl.
here's what's funny is when my buddy told me yesterday at work, I'm like, oh wow, Patriots and Seahawks are actually two of my favorite teams. So they're both playing. I thought I should know this, but I lived in Seattle and I'm from North Idaho, so Seahawks was always kind of a team we like to watch. But anyway, it should be good.
I'm looking forward to it. I initially I showed Carlos this picture before the stream started. This is how I wanted to come on and introduce myself. Like, yay, sports. I
Oh,
got
cool.
the Star Wars helmet. It's
Sports.
because the only helmet I have, and then the Dallas Cowboys overshirt with a
hilarious.
Texas Ranger t-shirt. And I wanted to start the whole thing, but I didn't have a mic. So I was like,
That's
"Arr."
hilarious.
Yeah, it's got it behind me there. Y'all are awesome and amazing. Thank you for joining me. Give me a minute and I'm going to wrap this up. Y'all in the chat there, y'all are amazing and awesome. And am I out of focus? Focus. There we go. I do appreciate you hanging out early with us. Whatever team that you're rooting for, I hope them the best of luck in whatever square that you got. That's what I'm rooting for. And thank you to everyone who's supporting me on Patreon. Thank you to everyone who supported me on YouTube. There was a awesome new member, Colin and VK became a supporter over on YouTube. Thank you very much, Colin, and you're awesome. And thank you. That's all I had for now. And as always, go forth and conquer. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. You can support me on Patreon. There is a link in the description below. And to all my tankers out there, go forth and conquer.